All right, welcome back here. We're with Coach Miller and Gage. Final segment. Brought them both on. Got them squeezed in here. It's not as tight as last week with Tomeno and Powell, though.
No.
Yeah, that was some big boys.
It was tight. It was tight. But you know what? Those guys, I got to give them credit. They still are fans. They still love everything about wrestling. But they're like little kids now because they're retired guys. So they were texting us pictures of each other's and emoticons of each other. Like they're little kids. It's hysterical. But, a little bit easier this week than last week. You're right. Coach, I'll start with you. Hey, what's something you could tell us about Gage? You know what I mean? Maybe something obviously you guys have known each other for how long?
I started working with Gage when I was coming out of 6th grade, going into 7th grade.
Okay.
And first time we worked together, it was an open mat. And he came out in this just weird stance. I mean, legs sticking way out, kind of had his head over it. And I remember just looking at him, and I just smashed and picked him. Bounced his head off his knee. I'm like, ooh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. And I was like, man. He just got up, looked at me, and I was like, what'd you do wrong? I don't know. We talked about it, and he didn't do it again.
There you go.
You know, so, I mean, he can be really stubborn at times, but when you can get across to him, this is why I want it done this way, he'll do it. You know, I mean, and
quick learner.
Yeah, I mean, and like we were joking the other day, you know, because he broke the school record for pins in a season.
Nice. All right, how many?
29.
Nice.
He's that right now.
All right.
I said to my assistant, could you imagine him at 29 pins in a season right now from his freshman year? Because he was like the king of 1-point matches. You know, he'd get a 1 point and he'd just milk that.
Oh
thing,
yeah.
You know. So he's like, no. He's like, if you'd have told me that, I'd tell you you're a liar. You know. So I mean, just he's been able to adapt and learn and do the things that we've really pushed on him, and he's come a long way.
That's good stuff, and I think obviously you guys are kind of always going to be bonded together as he moves on. I know you're going to miss him. Isn't wrestling interesting? How personal it is. You know what I mean? Where other sports, you're coaching and football, there's a distance. There's no distance at all. In fact, it's so intimate that you're physically scrambling. You know, it's just most people that aren't part of wrestling don't understand when if you told someone the story that you bounced a 7th grader's head off his knee because he had a bad stance, most people would say, "What's the matter with you?" But in wrestling, it's just normal. It's what you do. And there's been times where that's happened to me too, where kids are like, they'll hurt you, they won't even try to. But that's a good story, and it's obvious you guys feel real comfortable around each other. What do you got about Coach? What do you something? On your mind about Coach? Obviously, you have known him a long time. What do you got?
He's honestly a really good coach. He takes time with the kids and tell them what they're doing wrong and whatnot, and he does what he has to do to get the job done and have a little bit of fun afterward.
Yeah, that's important, especially in a sport like wrestling where, man, practice is a grind. It's not like other sports where you're having fun and basketball you're out there playing a game.
Our kids kind of complain about that sometimes too. They're like, Coach, I mean, I got a kid that's a new wrestler this year. He's like, I hate this. And I'm like, well, what do you mean? He goes, this practice. I know. I go, it's an hour and a half, 2 hours. It's just nonstop.
Yeah.
Go, go, go. Whereas, basketball is, or we're going to stand here and we're going to throw the ball at the hoop for an hour.
Right.
Yeah.
Then we'll play a little pickup for 20 minutes, and then we're going to run 2 suicides, and hey, good practice,
Yeah.
Wrestling's not like that. It is physically, demanding, and it just is.
And there's no way around it. So being able to wrinkle things in there and make it fun, I think goes a long way. Especially at this time of year because everyone's been through the grind. You want to be lighthearted. You want to be loose. You want to shorten your workouts a little bit. So let me throw this out there. This is any games you guys play in the room that you like to play? That guys play like mat hockey, any of that stuff? Anything?
Sumo circles.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah. We're big fans of sumo.
I would imagine Gage wins there pretty frequently.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, we used to be real big into the dodgeball.
Yeah.
And then, kids started, spraining their ankles. Weird, just weirdly. It was like, all right, this has got to stop.
Yeah.
I mean, it used to be like, we had good workout, all right, last 10 minutes, dodgeball.
Right.
I mean, and kids would stay over, play dodgeball.
Sure.
I mean, you still always be a really good time. It was just kind of like, randomly kids started getting hurt. And I was like, we got to find something different to do.
Yeah. What's that thing?
Our guys like spike ball. You ever heard of spike ball?
Our cross country team does it.
So
I've
seen
it.
I remember now.
But the guys they'll stay an hour after practice. They'll get all pumped up.
Yeah, they're working out. They don't even know.
They love spike ball. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about the recruiting process for Edinboro here just a little bit, Gage. Why'd you pick Edinboro? Did you know that's what you liked? From the beginning. Were there other schools that you were kind of thinking about? Just tell us a little bit about the process, especially for people that maybe you're going to go through it after you.
Before I started considering Edinboro, Ohio State was my top choice, and then Edinboro. But his father was a Edinboro alumni. Got in the head coach's ear about me and whatnot, and a friend of ours as well, and got a hold of him, brought him to the state tournament, and had him watch a few matches of me.
Nice.
Yeah.
And
it's a good time to bring him around.
Right. And
that went well.
I mean, my dad was really big in my dad's an alumni there. He wrestled there a long time ago for Tom Canneman. And, my dad really pushed for that a lot.
Sure.
I don't know who was happier, my dad or me, that he was going to Edinboro.
Yeah. Very good.
Yeah, it's a cool place, and we were talking about it earlier. They have that mat. That mat's awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We look forward, and like we said, for selfish reasons, it's not too far. We'd be able to go up and watch it.
Right.
So we're excited.
Final question I have, and it's kind of a tough one for you guys because you still have some exciting things to happen here over the next couple of weeks. Coach, what you've built at PV is incredibly impressive. It ain't over yet, I know that. But what I'm saying is, as you look back, and maybe Gage, as you look back and reflect on your career and your time at PV, what do you want people to say about your legacy or the team or the program? I mean, you have to be incredibly proud of being from PV and what you guys have done as a team and an individual. I mean, you could get it done anywhere, being at PV and doing what you guys have done. What are you most excited about when you look back on the program, or Gage, look back on your career? What's it mean to you?
Let's start.
You go
Either
ahead.
one.
For me, some things, it's not so much wrestling related.
Yeah.
I want to make an impression on kids that they can use things for life.
Mm-hmm.
You developed a work ethic. You learned how to care for yourself. You knew how to do these things that are life lessons.
Right.
Yes, we're here competing, but are you getting something in the long run out of this?
Right.
And that's kind of where I want to be said that, I helped a lot of kids that might not have been able to,
sure,
get that from home or whatever. I mean, because you guys know with coaching, I spend more time with these kids than their parents do.
Right.
Yeah. Sure.
I mean, between tournaments and being at school and practices, I see them, sometimes for 48 hours straight, depending upon where we're at, So, I mean, I want to be able to impress upon them, hey, this is how you adult, for lack of a better term.
No, it's good.
Wrestling-wise, just, we're not there yet, I mean, we got a big piece of that. We've got a state champ, but, I want to be able to progress onto that,
Right.
Can we compete as a team at the state tournament, and things like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Gage, I guess, what do you want to be remembered for at PV? What about your wrestling or as a person? What do you want people to remember about your legacy there?
How I want the kids that are coming up to high school want me to remember me by is that anything is possible. Like for a small school that we're at, reach for the stars and you'll eventually reach your dream.
Right. Yeah, for sure. And you're proof that that's possible. Going for your second state title, and like you said, you're from a small school that a lot of people around the state might not have ever heard of, but having great success and gonna do so on the next level too. So like you said, it's possible. So
like with that state championship I won last year, it helped put us right on the map.
Right, for sure.
Oh yeah.
We being in this area, we kind of always knew about you, but statewide, I think people start to here's Pymantoning Valley and Gage Willis, and hopefully guys behind you carry that on.
we got invited to more tournaments this year.
Yeah.
than ever before.
Yeah.
We had people wanting to come to our tournament.
Sure.
More than we had previously. I mean, it really got a lot of people's attention.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was good.
Yeah.
It was a very good thing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool how that obviously we've had a lot of success here recently too, and watching how it's built from a couple years ago when we had guys like Jake Sarko and CJ Frost and Frost. And then the next guys they saw that and they realized, hey, I could go to state when I'm a freshman or sophomore. I could win state as a junior, And I think having somebody that's kind of, taking that path makes, like you said, the younger kids realize that it's really not that far-fetched that they can do those sorts of things. So
yeah, and I would add this too: the time you spent with those little guys in youth wrestling. There is incredible how much kids look up to older high school kids. I always knew that happened, but you don't see it until you are in a program where you can see K to 12. They're gonna think they can win a state championship because you have. And they're going to try to win too because you have, and I can wrestle in a Division I college school because I have. It doesn't matter where I'm from, and I think it's great advice that you said is dream big, and we're excited to watch these last couple of weeks, and excited to follow your career at Edinboro.
Yep.
We appreciate you guys taking a long trip down here, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks, right?
All right.
So I got one thing I would like to explain.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm sure people are probably watching this going, "What is it with that guy's face?"
I wasn't thinking that at all. What do you got? All right.
This guy.
All right.
So we made a deal with sophomore year. You're undefeated.
Yeah.
You win the state title. I will not shave. But when you win the state title, you can tear it off.
Wow. So that's what's happening there.
So sophomore year, my wife hates this, by the way. So sophomore year, I mean, it's getting pretty long, He gets in a tight match with Deuce and loses a close one, came off. So
this has been happening for multiple years.
Yeah. So last year, my wife's like, "Are you going to cut?" Can't cut it.
Yeah.
Can't cut it. He's still undefeated.
Yeah.
So then, he wins state.
Then
he trims it off, So
you got the trim.
Yes.
He cut it off
right in front of the entire school.
Cut it off in front of the school in an assembly.
I love it.
Nice.
Right in the morning.
Does anybody have pictures or video of that?
There is a video online.
Is it on Facebook?
It's on YouTube.
Okay.
Okay.
We're going to find that.
I think it's Gage Willis Pep Rally.
Okay.
Or Gage Willis State Championship Pep Rally. So he cut, because my assistant, he grows a beard also, and he got both of us. And the funny thing about it was, I go to pick my daughter up from track after school. She won't get in the car. she's like, she didn't know it was me.
That is an outstanding story.
I did not
That
know
is a
that.
great
That's
story.
awesome.
You got to send us the picture or the video or the link this year when you're shaving it off.
Yeah.
I think the pictures from last year should be on Facebook.
We're gonna get those. We're
putting
finding
them
them.
on Twitter.
That's and that's going to be here. We're going all
sure.
shaved beard the whole time. What an outstanding time, guys! We appreciate it. Hey,
Thank you. Thanks,
Gage,
guys.
good luck
Thanks,
to you,
Jeff.
Coach.
Thanks,
hey,
Gage.
great
Thanks,
year,
everyone.
great
Good luck.
season,
Yep.
great program.
See you in the
Anything
shop?
else?
Nope.
No. Okay. Thanks, guys. We'll see you.